Okay, people, thank you for clicking on the rant. I did a little bit about the story yesterday about LA and Karen Bass refusing to let LAPD help the ICE agents that were surrounded by 800 to 1,000 protesters. This is insane. Democrats need to start getting accountability for their actions. Karen Bass should be locked up and thrown away. Like I said yesterday, the story gets worse. Check it out. I learned
of the reported immigration enforcement actions today. I went out to see for myself. I was on the ground speaking with families who have been impacted and community leaders. I told them that LA will always stand with them and stand for what's right. What's your reaction to the mayor who says she's not going to stand for this?
It's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe that an elected official would say that. She would block and stop lawful law enforcement officers from doing their job. And if she was on the ground yesterday, then she was there representing criminals. She was representing rapists, gang members, human traffickers. All they were arrested yesterday. 118 individuals were arrested. And then she called for the LA police not to assist us. So the worst thing in America is the fact that we had 40 ICE officers and Federal Protective Service officers inside a building trapped. So we're in a major U.S. city, and we have law enforcement officers trapped, surrounded by over 1,000 protesters, and the LAPD would not respond to help those officers in their time of need. Over 2 hours it took for them to come get there. And Mayor Bass blocked those law enforcement officers from coming and helping my officers and agents. It's absolutely disgusting and shouldn't happen in the United States.
And it comes on the...
They know how quickly we mobilize. That's why they're changing tactics. Because community defense works and our resistance has slowed them down before. And if they're escalating their tactics, then so are we. When they show up, we gotta show up even stronger.
Here you go, people. Wow. You even got that congresswoman telling people that they have to get stronger and defend against ICE. A lot of people need to start going to jail. Hey, could you like and subscribe? Really appreciate it. And let's get more into these videos.
What the fuck? Did Aaron Parnas just report that Kilmer Garcia is coming home? Donald hasn't had a win since November! Donald hasn't had a win since November! You son of a bitches! Oh my god, please go watch my video on Instagram and all the haters.
Well, people, there you see it. Democrats got their way. Not really, they didn't get their way. What's it? Garcia, I do believe the guy's name is, in El Salvador. Well, Trump is bringing him back, but he's under indictment for like 5 felonies. He's never going to get out of jail. Democrats should have left him right where he was at. But this lady here seems to think that it's a big lose for Trump. People, that's what we're dealing with on the Democratic and liberal sides. People like that lose and don't even realize that they lost. They just figure they got their way. He's coming back. He's going to do a 30-year stopover in Sing Sing, but they won. People, Democrats are just getting sicker and sicker. They're for the illegals. They're for the felons. They're for rioters. They're for terrorists. They back up every bad thing happening in this country. I don't know even what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually lost for words anymore, people. I don't even know what to say.
That Kilmer Garcia is back on his way from El Salvador to the United States. He's flying here and should land late this afternoon in the United States. Now, we're told by sources that he's on his way back because he is facing criminal charges. He's been indicted by a federal grand jury, an indictment that remains under seal on charges related to human trafficking. So once in the United States, he will face federal criminal charges for allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within the United States. And as you mentioned, that stems from what we've reported on previously, that 2022 Tennessee Highway Patrol traffic stop where Abrego Garcia was pulled over for speeding. He was in that car with 8 other people who he was transporting. He was originally let go with a warning by the sheriffs, but those sheriffs were speculating off camera that that could be related to potentially transporting undocumented migrants. Now, it's important to note here that this investigation, these federal charges, did not really get put into motion until April. That was weeks after he was deported and after the government admitted that he was mistakenly deported. So this federal investigation started when he was already in El Salvador. Of course, this is a mechanism to bring him back to the United States, where he will land shortly. We are told by sources that an indictment could be unsealed as soon as today, where we will see these federal charges. But again, it's worth pointing out, too, that it's unlikely that this criminal investigation wouldn't have started if it wasn't for that judge in Maryland in that civil case saying that ordering the government to bring Kilmer Abrego Garcia back to the United States. We remember that went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court agreed with the district judge here and said that he must come back. But again, it's important to point out this is separate litigation. That's the civil case. He is now facing criminal charges here in the United States.
Lost for words, people. You see it, correct? Shall we celebrate? Garcia is going to be landing here soon. That is the best news I've heard in a long time. Trump took a loss. I don't know what to say. These people out here are very scary people. I wouldn't want them for my neighbors. I wouldn't want them at my work site. I'm talking about the liberals and Democrats. And for the people that watch channels for like conservative channels and like that, we need to keep you guys with us. Please, please, when you're out and about and there's Democrats or liberals around you, keep your drink covered. Don't let them put anything in your drink, people. Stay away from the Democratic and liberal Kool-Aid. Don't touch it. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.